Hello, everyone. Good day once again in the Wise Crypto. So stay tuned, and also we're waiting for our honorable guest. So yeah, thank you everyone for having here.
Hey everyone,
Yeah, yeah. Hello, good day.
how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good and very excited. Just waiting for you guys.
Yeah, I think we have Jeff here as well. I can see.
Okay, wait a bit. Okay, I think Jeff from your official account is that.
Yep, that's him.
Yeah, I'm here hoping you can hear me loud and clear.
Yeah, we can.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Jeff.
Okay, so I think we can start now. Like I saw, people are waiting eagerly to hear from your side. So first of all, I would like to thanks everyone for having here to listen this EMA carefully. And guys, stay tuned. To know more about ontology, you can make your own research, and also after that, you can ask your question. So first of all, could you please introduce yourself one by one? So Jeff, first of all.
Yeah, so I'm Geoff. I'm the European ecosystem lead at Ontology. Been around crypto for far too many years now. Exactly academic, and then gave it all up to come into Web3 like a crazy person, but probably best decision I ever made.
Yeah, my name is Claire. I'm head of growth at Ontology. I just recently joined their team, but similarly to Jeff, I've been in the space for quite a while, working with tech startups. So yeah, really excited to connect with everyone today.
Yes, thank you. Happy to know about yourself both. Thank you for having here once again. So yeah, let's talk about like the ontology, and could you say it's a technological ecosystem that are used to build this actually, and also you can say more about your project. Go on.
Sure, I can kick things off there. I think, first of all, ontology is all about really like decentralized identity in the space. You know, we're super focused on pushing the envelope with our ONTID, which is all about, private and trust free decentralized identity. It's a key piece, I think, of the puzzle in our like overall plan to kind of further connect Web3 world with more powerful tools and tech. Like it's super speedy. We've got lots of transactions, get the green light, like very fast. Like we're handling quite a lot every second. And I think ontology like really is making strides in making things easy to do. Like we've coupled that as well with EVMs. So if you're a developer interested in Ethereum or in the space, jumping in and getting started with ontology is pretty easy to do. We've got support for a bunch of languages and extra protocol hookups, so it's fairly versatile. I'll hand it over to you, Jeff, if there's anything else you want to add there.
Yeah, not too much to add, I mean, we've been working on DID, decentralized identity, since about 2017, which in the world of crypto is a phenomenally long time. So that's pretty cool. And as Claire rightly says, that's been our focus all that time. You can add into that as well decentralized data and ownership of data. And I think what underpins all that is this idea that Web3 doesn't just need decentralized identity, it kind of demands it. So that's the ecosystem we're building, that's the technology we're building, allowing people to actually own their own identity, own their own data, and actually, if they want to, even move across and monetize those sort of things as well.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, sir. Got it. So yeah, people to know more, you can check out their website and other information to know more about actually. So, like, could you say some of your features of your blockchain, and also are there any notable differences between other existing blockchain in the crypto industry?
Yeah, I'll jump in there if that's okay, Claire, because I wanted to sort of expand on what Claire had already said on that. Obviously, one of the things we expect from layer one blockchains is speed, so good amount of transactions per second. So we're looking at around 5,000 transactions per second, which is pretty quick. Being cheap, so it's exceptionally cheap to make transactions on the Ontology blockchain. They're the things you kind of demand. We've got to a position where people demand those. So in terms of notable differences, I think there are a couple of things that I think are really important. And I'll not talk too much about the tokens, but I do need to mention them. We are proof of stake, like a lot of systems are, but we have a dual token system, which is really important. And I will touch on this right now, in that one of the problems with a single token system is that the people who are invested in the ecosystem want stake in the ecosystem. If they then have to pay for their transactions in the same token that they stake in, well, then they're diluting their voting power. They're diluting their say on that ecosystem. So we run a dual token system, which allows people who are most invested into the ecosystem to maintain that ownership and voting rights of what they're doing, which I think is really important. The other big difference I think is really important to talk about is, and Claire mentioned the EVM as well. The EVM is really important to us, but actually the different protocols we have ready to go out of the box for people to use and for developers to build upon. That can be OntID, our decentralized identity package. It could be something like Orange Protocol, which exists out there as a decentralized reputation protocol. And these things are really important for developers beyond just a blockchain, but making it easier for people to build on that blockchain.
Yeah, and also Claire, do you want to add it on this? Like I saw you have your wallet also. Like, could you mention some of your activities regarding to other? Claire, can you hear me?
Sorry, just dropped off there for a second. Could you repeat that?
Yeah, I said like you want to add something on that question, like any features, and also I saw you have your own wallet also. So if you wanted to say a little bit about that.
Yeah, of course. I think Geoff kind of covered quite a bit there, but I'll just kind of wrap up, I think, on some of the areas that he touched on as well. So just to, I guess, to reiterate about the dual token system and to address, I think the ONT and ONG address our governance and utility functions separately. The high scalability and obviously our efficiency, like we mentioned, supporting thousands of transactions per second. So it's a really like modularized structure, I think, allowing businesses to implement blockchain without having specialized knowledge. And as we said, like I think we kind of are really focusing in on decentralized identity tools, solutions, making massive strides towards a safer Web3. Also, like with tools like Mercury, ONT login, and ONT tag as well. I think it's just really wrapping up for compatibility and security as well.
Yeah, and Mishu, you mentioned the wallet in there as well. Onto Wallet is kind of our gateway for people to access all those things. They can set up their decentralized identity, they can use it, they can access different decentralized applications, they can manage their digital assets. And like so much we do actually at Ontology, it's not just on the Ontology chain, we make these things cross-chain. So what we want to do is remove those boundaries, those barriers for people to either develop or access different parts of Web3. So when Claire talks about those OntLogin and OntID protocols we have, they are cross-chain protocols. When we talk about Onto Wallet, that is a cross-chain wallet. And that's one of the big things we're trying to achieve here. And that's that interoperability and cross-chain connectiveness of that Web3 ecosystem with everything we offer out there.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really excellent point to make. Geoff is cross-chain interoperability and like everything that we've both mentioned. I think, yeah, definitely with functionality coming from the wallet, it allows people to do that. So thanks so much for focusing in on that, Geoff.
Yeah, thank you, both of you. And also let's talk about one of the most important things, security. Is in decentralization, security issues is very much important for any blockchain. So what is the concern about that? Like how secure your blockchain actually?
I'll just jump in with a couple of points first. I think we're all about keeping data and transactions on a network super secure. I think each algorithm we have is specialized security guards. So each one is essentially trained to handle different types of security threats. For example, it's almost like having a team of security experts just making sure that your data stays safe and sound. We also have like consensus mechanisms. There's a bunch of mechanisms to ensure that transactions and data exchanges get the thumbs up essentially from multiple people on the network. Again, it's like a group effort that builds trust since everybody's in on the decision making process. Then again, like this setup essentially helps keep shady activities at bay, making every transaction just easy to track, like unchangeable and open for all to see. Again, yeah, it's a team approach.
Absolutely. I've not really got anything to add to that, Claire, to be honest. And what I would say is I think time in the market is really important for people. And as I said earlier, we've been around since 2017 building these sort of things. We've been pushing this technology for such a long time that security aspect is something that we've really been pinning down and working on and tweaking to get better and better over time. And that comes with time and experience on that blockchain technology. And I think that's really important as well.
Yes, got it. So people know worry about the security. They are 100% secure. You can like take part on their activities, no worries, and also just follow their kind of social link. So, sir, do you have any kind of native token right now? I saw actually. Like, could you say more about that, and also the utilities? Like, what can people do with your token in your ecosystem?
Claire already touched on this a little bit, I guess, in terms of the dual token system. So we've got the ONT token, which is used as a staking token, but also we have lots of partnerships around with people where you can use it to buy products, you can use it to transact. There's DeFi protocol supporting it. It's got a lot of utility around those areas. It also gives you voting rights or the right to nominate a node operator to vote on your behalf during the consensus mechanisms. So when you put your ONT down to stake, you confer the rights to voting for one ONT vote to that node operator. And then the ONG serves as predominantly the gas token on chain. But of course, as with so many things in that blockchain crypto world, there are other applications. There are DeFi applications supporting it and so on.
Yeah, just to add to that, thanks so much, Geoff, and pretty much not a lot to add, but I'll just jump in. So with the ONG generation for ONT holders, exactly, it's one of the interesting facts of the dual token system is a periodic generation of ONG tokens for ONT holders. So it's like a reward mechanism that essentially incentivize users to hold ONT tokens. So just a small bit to add to this already detailed answer.
Important as well, right? Everybody likes getting those rewards, and so the ONG comes across as rewards as well, so transaction fees get shared on there as well. So and the staking actually tends to be mid-20s to mid-30% APYs, which is pretty exceptional in this market, I think, for any proof of stake mechanism.
Yes, thank you for that. And also, yeah, like as you mentioned earlier, a lot of benefits and activities, but I just want to know specifically, like, could you mention on the user benefits actually? What is your main focus for the users if they use your blockchain? What kind of activities they will get, and also the benefits? Yeah, go for it.
I think with just to go back to what we were just mentioning about there again, which I think is really big benefit, is like the distribution of ONG to ONT holders. So this doesn't only so this not only like encourages long-term holding of ONT, but also ensures that users are actively engaged in the ontology ecosystem, which I think is really big and is I think a really legitimate benefit to this. So essentially, it's a strategy that ensures circulation and utility of both tokens. So this means that it just remains dynamic and vibrant. And I think it's another element that fosters innovation and growth and keeps the community connected. So I would say that's probably one of the best benefits. I don't know, Geoff, if you wanted to add anything else.
Yeah, I'm going to add a few things. So one of my jobs on here is hanging out with the community, chatting with the community, discussing things with the community. I'll give you a little bit more on my background, actually. So I started off just staking ONT at Ontology. Then I took part in what's called their Harbinger Ambassador Program, and that is people who understand the ecosystem a bit more. We reach out and help people understand what's happening with Ontology. We organize events and do things like that, and then ended up being employed to do some work around with the Ontology people as well. So quite a long journey from just a community member all the way through working myself through that different roles within in the community. And I think that's really important for this reason. And I'm always very proud of what we try and achieve at Ontology for our community members. We run, I can see Sasson in there, give us a wave. Sasson's in there, one of our great community members, runs quizzes for us, runs events for us, engages the community, does all these things. And if you come on to the community, you'll find, there'll be a quiz, there'll be a chat, very educational on a Tuesday. You can say hello to Sasson on there, and always running those those things. And then on a Wednesday, you can often find us on Discord doing some sort of talk and update on what's happening. On a Thursday, you can tune in on Twitter Spaces and hear us discuss important topics within the industry. That might be around decentralized identity. It might just be around blockchain in general, but always something relative to those sort of things. At the end of the month, coming up this Friday, actually, we have a quiz on Discord where you can take part in a quiz, and we give away loyal member NFTs, we give away ONG. But more importantly, I think, is we work really hard to provide some educational information to keep people safe and make sure people get the most out of what they can do on the blockchain, not just on Ontology, but across the blockchain in general.
Definitely. And yeah, thanks so much for adding all that, Geoff. That's really great insights. But also just one small element to add is transparency as well, and the kind of consistent communication, as Geoff has gone into a lot of detail. Every week we post, there's an article written in Medium that gives anybody obviously insights into what we're working on. So it's every detail. It's like developer updates, it's community updates, and then we also take a really high level look at like the industry as well. So yeah, definitely fostering community, but transparency at the same time as well. So you can keep up to date with like all kind of some major, some minor developments. So, you're kind of growing with us, or you can see how everything's growing.
Yes, thank you. Got it. And also, like I saw you have your loyalty program, as Geoff mentioned earlier a little bit, but I just want to know more about this program. Could you say?
Yeah, I can add a bit more on that. So essentially, what we want to be able to do, and this is work in progress at the moment, what we want to be able to do is take people through kind of the journey I described for myself, if you like. And that's the idea of, okay, you get interested in Ontology, you find out about it, but so what? What do you do? And so the loyalty program is there to reward people for taking those different steps. So it might be that you just turn up to one of our Discord chats, or one of our Telegram chats, or our Twitter spaces. And then, if you get involved, if you ask questions, if you take part, then you can win an NFT, which we call the Ontology Loyal Member NFT. And you collect, I think it's 10 of those. I'm a bit out of touch with how many it is. And then you can earn ONG rewards. And we keep adding different events and different tasks. And they're not just pointless tasks, they're tasks to expose you to the ecosystem. So it might be, set up a decentralized identity in Onto Wallet. It might be take part in this conversation around what does it mean to stake anywhere on the chain? What does proof of stake mean? And there'll be a conversation around it. And if you take part in that conversation, then you can win an NFT. You win enough NFTs, you win ONG. And so that's what the loyalty program's there to do. One, to foster people to take part, but also to make sure that they take part in a meaningful way and get rewarded for taking part in a meaningful way as well.
Definitely. It's yeah, so it is 10 FTs, Geoff, you're correct. So you get 10 FTs, claim 50 ONG.
Okay, yeah, I can say like for the NFT lovers, it's going to be a great opportunity like to take part on their loyalty program. You can win their NFTs also. Yeah, so people get ready with their best question if you have regarding to their project. So before going to the live, I just want to have one more question. What is your future development plan? Like what can we expect from your Ontology in the beginning of the 2024?
I think maybe Geoff will be able to speak a little bit more on this, but I think I'll just go towards what I'd mentioned earlier in like maybe our short term and kind of what we've already done recently. Like last week, we published, our weekly update that was kind of highlighting our development milestones and all of our community initiatives. So we saw like our L2 sequencing service updated, our ONT liquid staking continues with developing and testing. We saw Ontology batch trading or PC, accelerated. So, this is kind of really big, some of the developments that we're mentioning in our weekly reports, but I'm not sure. I think Geoff might be able to give a little bit more detail into kind of future developments for 2024.
Yeah, I'm going to focus on one actually, Claire, that you just mentioned, which I think is the most important thing that we're working on for many, many people at the moment. And that's the liquid staking. Liquid staking, we saw over the last couple of years, right? We saw how important that is as part of those Lego blocks for building a really solid DeFi offering for people, giving people access to more liquidity, making it so people aren't just trapped and locked in their staking tokens, that they can take them out, they can take part in different, and this is part of my conversations as I'm helping with some of that ecosystem development, is what can people build on top of that offering? What can people do once you've got liquid staking tokens that free up that stake? And I'm really excited, really cool. The other thing I should mention, is we keep iterating on the DID, we keep iterating on the identity, and the big push, hence me in this role at the moment, hence Claire coming in, hence these appointments that we've had at Ontology. The big push is now making sure incorporate decentralized identity have got everything they need from us to incorporate OntID in their products, to work with people like Orange Protocol in their products. So 2024 is going to be about liquid staking, but also about making sure people have everything they need to build with the Ontology project.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, sir, for the mention actually. So people to know more their future plan and updates, just follow their kind of social link. And also I saw like a lot of people made a request to ask you a few questions. So get ready everyone with your best questions. First one I can take Grace. Hello, Grace. Hello, Grace. Are you there? Ask your question.
Hello.
Can you
Yeah,
hear me,
yeah.
man?
Yeah, ask your
Can
question,
I?
please.
Yes.
It's Grace.
So
Grace. Yeah.
I just wanted to know that, as you know, that market is not in a good condition. So what kind of marketing strategy have you implement to get more user trust in this market situation?
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it, at the moment? And one of the benefits we have of having been around for so long, this isn't the first time we've seen a difficult market, right? And so we keep doing what we always do. We build products and we put products in front of people and we make it easy for them to use. So a lot of our marketing strategy is actually talking to people in and around the space. We've now upped how many in-person events we're going to. We've just been to Token 2049 in Singapore. We went to Korea Blockchain Week in Korea, and we'll be having a presence in Istanbul for the Stakers event over there in November. We was at Paris for ETHCC, and we keep making sure that we're there in person, explaining to people why OntID is a solution that can be integrated across Web3 in general. So market conditions, they're not great, especially for traders more than anything, but we've seen them before, we've gone through them before, and we could just keep pushing product and we keep building product and making sure it's the best it can be and as accessible to people as it possibly can be. Clay might want to say a bit more on that as well.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jeff's mentioned quite a lot there, but I think just to look back on community, so that's a really big part of our marketing strategy for upcoming campaigns, is to kind of look at who our partners are in the space and how can we kind of support each other by leveraging each other's community, by making sure that you guys know who we're partnered with and the benefits of their products as well. So it's like it's supporting all of our partners at the same time. So sharing their content, we have a lot of exciting upcoming AMAs. But yeah, it kind of furthers to just support your partners and also support the community. So existing partners, new partners as well. But yeah, just gaining access as well to maybe community members that wouldn't fully know exactly what Ontology can do, whether it's the ONT DID, and also just to summarize, a lot of exciting partnership campaigns coming up.
Okay, thank you, Grace. Hope that you got your answer.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so the next one is North. Hello, North.
Hello, thanks a lot for the privilege mission. So my question is concerning the aunt's ID. So would it be possible if one should maybe lose a particular wallet to actually create another ID using that same personal information? Because just like the SBT, you can actually create another one if you lose a particular one. So would it be possible for me to create another ID if I lose the initial one I own?
Okay, yeah, it's a really good question. So decentralized identities are really interesting, right? In that they're kind of worth as much as you put in there and as much as you do with them. So I'm going to give you the short answer first, North, if that's okay. Yes, you can create multiple IDs. Nothing's stopping you. It's entirely up to you. This is the nice part of decentralized ID and so on. You can then link that to different things. The downside, of course, is when you actually start using decentralized identity to the full potential that it has. And that is in terms of building up. It might be on-chain credit ratings. It might be because you've been using DeFi and you've built, attached to that ID, a reputation. It might be that your social fi reputation, it might be your GameFi reputation is all linked to all those things. And so if you lose that ID and you lose access to it, well then, unfortunately, very similar to if you lose access to just your crypto wallet, then you've lost access to those reputations and those credit scores that you will have built up. And this is it's a double-edged sword, right? When you get into self-ownership of things, you have that responsibility to make sure you keep it safe and you keep it all connected. So yes, you can open a new one, but there are problems with just opening a new one in that you lose that history and you lose that reputation.
All right, all right. I think that's really great. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Not, for your question. And also don't forget to join and follow their all kind of social link. Next one is Hot Pizza. Hello, Hot Pizza.
Hello, and can I ask my
Yeah,
question?
yeah.
I just want to know, do you guys have any plan to provide more new services and products in this year? If yes, what will be the services and products be, and how will you contribute?
So new services and products, we kind of touched on this with future developments. I think the big new product is going to be the liquid staking or the big new service. I'm not sure if it's a product or a service. They'll be the big things. On top of that, as Claire sort of alluded to, and you'll have to, I'm going to plug this now, you will have to follow us on social media and join us on Telegram. We are looking at different partnership events. We'll be looking at bringing new partnerships in, and that'll be the big thing, as different things you can do on the Ontology chain as well. But the big thing is a liquid staking, as I mentioned earlier.
Has it gone quiet for anybody else, or is it?
Uh,
Oh, it froze. Sorry,
yeah,
it froze for me for a second.
definitely. Can you hear us, Jeff?
Yes, all good. Did you get my answer?
Okay. Yeah. Hot Pizza, I hope you got your answer.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you for your question. So the next one is Punk. Hello, Punk.
Hey, I have two quick questions. So, what's the TPS for Ontology Network, and do you want to suggest some platform that are built on Ontology Network I should check out?
I'm sorry, Jeff. I didn't. I don't think that's an answer that I can give. I'm not sure if you picked up on that.
I'm sorry, I just missed the question slightly. Could anybody repeat it for me?
Yeah, I can repeat. What's the TPS for Ontology Network, and do you want to suggest some platform that are built on Ontology Network I should check out?
So I think one of the things we are constantly looking at Ontology is helping people build on Ontology, particularly the EVM, right? So we have the Ethereum virtual machine, and keep your eyes peeled. There's going to be some more information about sort of revamping our $10 million EVM development fund for people to build on there. So building on Ontology EVM is something that we're particularly interested in pushing over the next few months to 6 months, maybe even a little bit longer, and making sure that we support people across marketing, financing, funding, tech development, and all those things to make sure that people can develop on Ontology. I think that was probably getting the essence of your question, but I was struggling just to get that across properly. Sorry.
Yeah, the first part of the question is what's the TPS for Ontology Network?
Hello, Jeff. Did you get that question, the first part?
No, I didn't. Could you repeat it for me? Sorry, I'm struggling to
Is
hear
it
it.
the TPS? Am I correct in what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Oh, TPS. So yeah, 5,000 transactions per second. 5,000 is what we're looking at. Obviously, that changes depending on network congestion, but 5,000 is the number that we have out there.
Yeah,
Sorry, that was
thank you.
my side as well. Sorry, I didn't pick that up.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Punk, for your question. And next one and the last one, I think, Jam. Hello, Jam.
Hello, guys. Great space going on.
Yeah, thank you for the compliment. Ask your question, please.
So my question is, how many partners currently have trusted Ontology network, and what services do they bring to your blockchain, and vice versa?
Okay, that's a great question. I really like that one. So in terms of how many partners, it's quite difficult. Claire, do you have a handle on that number? I'll touch on something else after.
I really should, but actually, let me follow up with you on this because I do have that spreadsheet because that was something I did when I first joined the company. So yeah, let me follow up with you on that. But yeah, I will give a number. I really should know
Okay.
that.
I'll let you go with that. And one of the things I would say, Jim, just some of the things that we have done. So some things I'm really proud of the Ontology team for pulling together. So, a couple of years ago, we partnered with Daimler, who famously make Mercedes-Benz cars, and we built a proof of concept for a welcome home app using decentralized identity, where users could actually use an app using on-chain identity in a decentralized manner to link with their Mercedes-Benz, and that has been then developed into different things. So in terms of trust, people just help build something with them, which was really cool. We have a variety of people who offer DeFi services. We have, say, Orange Protocol, who offer on-chain reputation. We've worked with Binance on decentralized identity. We've worked with some pretty big names across there on different things. The company called Blocksmove over in Germany do decentralized transport systems, and looking at how that works, we looked at those. Somebody called Rocky who do like decentralized music. So think about proving ownership of music system or music records or intellectual property. So quite a few people around those different areas. And actually, for me, most importantly, some big names in there as well, who have really trusted us to help develop some technical solutions with them. Hopefully I've waffled on enough, so Claire might have picked up some numbers, but so I'll stop talking for a second.
No, that's okay. I had it at hand actually. We have approximately 80 partners, but that list is always growing. So it's a really interesting question to ask, and I think it's something that we should probably update our community on more frequently. Is kind of who our partners are and how many we have and how quickly our kind of partner group is growing. But that was approximately 80. Thanks for that, Geoff.
Wow, great answer, guys. So most of your partners, do they cover the world or just select regions?
Oh, actually, globally, right? As I say, people in Germany, some people around Southeast Asia, in the US. So yeah, absolute global coverage. Much like the team working on things, right? We have a team spread all the way across the globe. We have partnerships across the globe, and we continue try and build that. That's the beauty of Web3. I think if you're not building globally, if you're not servicing a global market, you're kind of missing the point.
All right, guys. Thanks. Great answer. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Jam.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Jam, for your question. So yeah, I think we are on the phone now. Like we got our 5 winners from here, and also we have to wrap this segment. But before that, Claire and also Geoff, anything else you know to share? Like any important news you think you need to share through this space, and also after that, any advice to our community?
I will always jump in with the same thing, right? And that's, come and do something with us. Doesn't matter what it is. Come and set up an identity on Onto Wallet, download Onto Wallet, come and say hi on the Telegram. Crypto is a great place to learn by doing, and we will help you do stuff safely. So come and say hi and just do things, learn, and get involved.
Yeah, 100%. And just to add to that, obviously, what Geoff just mentioned about doing things safely, like security is huge for us. So yeah, just come join, reach out to us on Discord. Like we're very, very active in our community. I know Geoff mentioned this already, but just so everybody knows, like there's always something happening. Community calls, like we've got our quiz. I mean, Thursday talks with Humpty. You know, we're really active, and we really want to hear from you as well, just to find out like what you think of what we're doing, and how your experience has been. So yeah, so just to connect was probably the best thing I would recommend.
Yes, got it. Thank you both of you for your time to our community, and also people, yeah, just join their community. And also if you have any more question, you can ask to their social media link, be part of them and support them. They have their great team, no worries. And also I'd like to thank everyone, every participants for having here actually to listen to this email. So best wishes to your project, Jake and Claire, and best wishes for the future.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for having us, and Geoff, thanks so much for joining again today. It was really, really great to see everybody here. Some fantastic questions, and yeah, if there's anything, maybe questions you didn't get answered, reach out to us. You know, we're always there on Discord, or drop us a message on Twitter. But yeah, would love to hear more from you guys.
Yeah. Thank you everyone. Good day. Goodbye.